Adoma, welcome back to my channel, guys. Before I start working on the Honda, please help me subscribe to my channel, click that bell notification so every time I have a new video you guys will be updated. But I'm working on my cousin's car here. It's a 2004 Honda Civic 1.7 liter. So right now this one is a manual. So right now the problem is with the car not starting. So I put the key in, trying to start the car, step in the clutch, try to start it. There's nothing, completely silent. Try it again, clutch in, trying to start the car, completely quiet. I'm gonna show you what to check. So earlier I tried to start the car with the jumper on. I checked the battery is bad, so that's why I put the jumper on. So when I try to start and turn over the key, it's completely silent, nothing going on. So I checked the battery is bad, but hooked up the jumper, still no crank, nothing, completely silent. Let's just put the battery to the side right now because I have the jumper on it. Let's just say the battery is good condition right now. The next step I'm gonna check is the starter. Now for the starter here, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna unplug the connector, the one with the S terminal, not the battery cable. So you just pull it straight out. There you go. So this is the S terminal, the signal wire. So every time you turn the key over, it'll send the power to the starter to start it. So I take out the connector right there. What I'm doing next is I'm gonna use my power probe to check the starter. I'm gonna put power in to see if the starter crank. If it turns over, then it's good. If it doesn't turn over, then the starter is bad. Where I'm gonna put the power in, where that little terminal sticking out right there. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys to see that little terminal right there, where it plugs in, where that black spot is. I'm gonna put power in there using my power probe. So I'm gonna use the power probe to put the power in. But let me try to start the engine, make it crank first, and then I'll show you a second view to give you a better view where I put the power in. It's kind of hard angle to show you guys. I'm gonna try to sneak this in to show you guys where I'm touching the terminal. So once I touch the terminal right here, the light is gonna turn green, which is ready to you can see it says ground right there. Once I touch the terminal, it's gonna say ground. But then when I put power in, you're gonna see and you're gonna hear the engine turn over. So I'm gonna put power in. So right there, what I just did, I confirmed that the starter is still good, still working, very strong. So right when I put power into the starter, it cranks, it turns over. So that's a good starter. If it just clicks only, you know that starter is bad. Now for some of you, if you guys might ask, where do I buy this tool? It's called Power Probe 3, or you can buy the 4. The 4 is newer. It's gonna cost a little bit more. This one costs around $160. You can buy it at Harbor Freight, or you can buy it on Amazon. If you buy the 3, it's around $160 to $180. But if you buy the Power Probe 4, which is newer than this one, it's also the same thing, but it's a little bit newer. It's gonna cost you around $220 for the newer one. So right now, I already find out what's the problem is. The problem is with the clutch pedal rubber bushing right here. The they call it stop pad, or the rubber bushing right here. So I found out that so I'm under the car right now, so I took out the cover and everything. So right now I'm gonna show you guys the issue. I already found out what's wrong with it. So you guys see this clutch right here, the rubber piece right here, this one's almost broken, but there's also another piece which is where this clutch sensor is mounted. So right behind here there's another bushing that's completely broken that I found. That's why it doesn't sense that. So when I press the clutch down, right, the pedal on top is gonna touch the sensor on top, letting the starter knows that I'm ready to start. But since the rubber piece here is completely broken. It doesn't touch the sensor. So I'm gonna give you a view. So the sensor is kind of like this, right? There's a little button right here. So every time this touch right there, it gets power. The circuit gets a complete power to go through. But since the top one is broken, this whole piece right here is completely broken. So when I press it, the top is not touching the sensor. It's almost touching the sensor, but it's not touching the sensor because of the rubber piece is completely broken. Now you can see this one is touching right there. Right when I let go, it's touching the sensor. You can see that. To see a better view, you see that? You see that right there? It's making contact. I'm gonna be replacing that rubber piece also because it's half broken already. You can see it's damaged, it's cracked. So I'm gonna replace that. But I'm gonna give you another angle on the top one, which is the yellow one here. You're gonna see the piece right there. You can see that piece right there is broken. You see that, right? So let me shine it there for you guys to see right there. That's the piece. And when I press it, it's gonna make contact with the sensor. But since it's broken, it's not making contact with the sensor at all. Now let me try to reach up. Stick my finger up there. Let me try. If I can reach my finger up there, right here, you can hear the button right here. I'm making contact with my hand. You see that? So let me show you again. I'm gonna try to start the car. Key in, right there. Clutch in, trying to start the car. Completely quiet. You see that? Now for the top rubber piece, I'm gonna use my long flathead. I'm gonna put it in there and I'm gonna shove that piece out. You can see the piece dropped. Let me see, where did it drop to? Right there. There you go. You can see the little piece completely broken. Now I bought this one at O'Reilly or AutoZone. You guys can see the white one right there matches this one perfectly. So I'm just gonna put it in. I'm gonna put the white rubber piece in. I'm gonna try to get it into the hole. Come on. Where's the hole? You gotta press it in firm. It's kind of hard. So right now I got it in, but I'm gonna use my flathead to push it in more. It's not click yet. It's not going all the way through yet. It has to go through the groove. So I'm gonna zoom in for you guys to see right there. I'm gonna push the bushing in. There you go. Click. Now let's see if it makes contact with the switch. Yep, it does. I can hear it. It's making contact with the switch now. It's pushing the button in. I'm gonna replace the bottom one too. You guys can see it's broken. So I'm gonna pry it out with my flathead. See, I pry it out and it's all broken, everything. It's too old. Now I'm gonna put this piece in on the same spot. Oh, I can't do this with one hand. There you go. Now you guys can see I put the new one in and this is making contact with the button right there. You guys can see. Now I'm gonna reconnect my two connector right there. It's good. The top one's making contact too. For some reason, if you put the new bushing in, the rubber piece in, and both of them is not making contact, just loosen up this bolt right here and adjust the sensor. Loosen up this bolt and adjust the sensor so that way it sticks out a little bit more so it makes contact with the rubber piece. Same thing to this one. Loosen up this bolt right here, this nut, not bolt but the nut right there. Yeah, loosen up this one and then just twist it till it goes all the way in, a little bit more, to make, not all the way, not too much, because if it's too much it's gonna it might damage the sensor, but just enough where it makes contact with the black nipples, so you can adjust it a little bit more into it for it to make contact. Now with the two new rubber piece in for the clutch pedal, make sure you guys reconnect the two clutch connector, the one on the bottom and one on top, and make sure you guys plug in the starter connector on the S terminal. Now with the new piece in, it should start. I'm gonna clutch in, start the car. Battery is kind of weak, jumper's kind of weak, but it did start. Almost out of gas. You guys can see the engine's running, so that's good. So that's how you check the no start on the Civic here. For this model, yeah, the 1.7 liter, it has a lot of problem with the starter. It's always, you know, go out when it gets old. This car does have about 200k miles, so it's pretty old. The first thing to no start, check the battery first, and then you check the starter, and then the clutch pedal bushing is the last one you're going to be checking. But always check the battery first, make sure the battery is in good condition. For mine, I just have to put the jumper in for it to start back up, since I left it on quite a long time. That's why when I cranked it back up, it's kind of weak to start up, but it start up. Check the starter, check it like how I showed you. Make sure you put power in, check the starter. If you put power in and the starter spins, that means the starter is good and the battery is good. The third thing you're gonna check is for the clutch pedal bushing. This is 200,000 miles car, so the bushing is gonna be old. You can see it's broken. Make sure you guys check it, everything like that. There you go. The bushing is new, and then the white piece there, right there, it's also new, so it's good. It's because of that piece was broken. It's not making contact with the sensor here, so the clutch doesn't know that it's being pressed in, and then when you start the car, it can't send the power down to the starter to start the engine. Now what I'm showing you next is I'm bypassing the clutch pedal sensor without using the clutch pedal right here. So before you bypass the clutch pedal sensor, make sure you guys check the starter connector, make sure it's plugged back in or it's not loose. So I'm gonna bypass it right now. The black wire here is gonna be ground, and then the blue wire has nothing. I'm gonna put ground into that blue wire, and at the same time I'm gonna start the car. I'm gonna turn the key over to start it. So I'm gonna show you. For the black wire, it's ground right there, black wire, and the blue wire has nothing. I'm gonna ground it and turn the key over. It should start without pressing the clutch pedal. So let me give you a good angle right there. Put the key in, ground it, and turn the key over. Right there. I just started the car without using the clutch pedal right there. I'm gonna plug it back in. Now I'm gonna show you. The engine's running right there. So what I just did is I bypassed the clutch. I put ground. So when I turned, I put ground into the blue wire, and then when I turn on the ignition, I'm sending power straight down to the starter to start the engine without using the clutch pedal. That is it to this video, guys. That concludes everything right there, what I just showed you. So for the no start for this model, just check the battery first, make sure the battery is good. Check the starter next, and then the last step would be checking the clutch pedal bushing, the little rubber piece. But that is it to this video, guys. So if you guys new to my channel, please help me subscribe. If you guys have any question down below, Ask me anything you want to ask me. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But I'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.